Guys, gals, and in between pals, welcome back to the Left 4 Dead podcast.
Dane, we agreed to a name change months ago. We need to commit to it or it's never going to happen. What is the podcast called?
Resistance Radio.
Thank you.
And yes, as always, I am one of your co hosts, Dane Sneddon, and I am joined by our Chaos Queen herself, Emma Embers, live with some other friends joining us. And I'm here with James Harris as well, our Wunkle.
Yeah, I'm off a 12-hour shift of teaching special needs kids life skills, so ignore me if you see pizza.
And then live in the live in the presence of chaos, and ready for their primaries tomorrow, at the time of us recording this, we have Pete the Noob, who we had for District 10. And then we also are joined by the phenomenal Sly Chou, running for District 9 City Council. And then over tucked in the corner there, we have longtime friend of the show, first time guest,
and certified iPad kid.
Whoa, no.
Yeah, I get that.
Too early for insults.
So how are you guys feeling about the election, the canvassing? How's all that going?
It's been something else.
Yeah, it's
Are you nervous yet?
The nerves. I was really nervous when I started out. I feel like I get a little less nervous like every day. Yeah. No, there definitely are nerves, especially with like dealing with like I was on WBAY and that was new for me. So
Oh yeah, congrats. I was able to see that. If you haven't seen it, we can put the link maybe if Sly's okay with that. Put it in the description. But yeah, Sly, you've been killing it in the press, the questions and answers and everything. So it's good to see. And then I think actually tonight there was a meet the candidate event. I'm assuming you guys didn't go to that.
We just thought the timing was off, being prime time door knocking time, prime time phone calling time. At least I did.
I agree too. We wanted to spend that time, doing more direct reaching out to voters more directly. So.
Yeah.
For canvassing, yeah.
Right. And I guess too, like staying in your respective districts, like that's not, I mean, there's people from your district probably going there, but it's at Edison, it's far out of the way of
specific to where we need to be canvassing.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, if it was like a week ago or even 3 days ago, it would have been all together.
Yeah.
You need to put me in charge of elections. I'll have meet the candidates the day after.
That would be something, I'll say that.
Oh, yeah.
Meet the runner-up.
Hey, I see that now that Wanda can't stop you, I like that you're wearing your Bush plus Dick plus Buck shirt.
Yes, fan favorite.
Wait, somebody stopped you from wearing that shirt?
Yeah, so actually when I was speaking at No Kings, I wanted to wear this. I wore this shirt to No Kings, and right when I was getting ready to go up to the podium, I get stopped, and she's like, "You can't wear that shirt." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she was like, "Well, it's not appropriate." And I was like, "I'm speaking on behalf of an anti-war group. Like, this is pretty appropriate for the organization that I'm in and that I'm speaking for and what I'm speaking about." And then, yeah, she was like, "You're not going to be allowed to give your speech if we can see that." And thankfully, a friend of mine from UWGB was standing right there. And I was like, "Hey, can I borrow your sweatshirt?" And just put that on over.
That's goddamn ridiculous. Now, we condemn genocide, but we refuse to use swear words while doing it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just more of that like cowardly shit. That's why we don't really need to.
All about the appearance, nothing about the substance.
Yep.
Excuse me, I will go further on that.
Speaking of substance, I think with all the different perspectives here, I'd be curious to hear what everybody has to think. Recently on the internet, I'm sure Pete is aware of that or heard about this. Hassan Piker, in all of his glory, is kind of being attacked by different spheres of the left because he said that if it was between Governor Newsom and JD Vance, he would vote third party. And
Right.
people are mad about that.
Well, did we go into the nuance of what he broke it down into, or actually it wasn't him. It was, I can't remember who it was. But somebody said like if you say that publicly, you know, I'm all for it, you know, but then voting privately for that, you know, like, I feel like that's where Hassan was kind of going with his whole rhetoric. It's like you need to have this outward response. You need to have that threat to the establishment, or where are we going to go?
Right. Well, there's also the fact that California is a hard blue state. He lives in California, which means the president doesn't need a hill of beans.
Right.
And I really wish people would like understand that this is how the electoral college works, because we have this fucking debate every fucking year where Democrats are like, doesn't matter where you live, you have to vote Democrat or we're gonna lose. And it's like, that's not how the system fucking works. Like here in Wisconsin, yes, absolutely, you should probably just vote for the Democrat on a strategic standpoint, because otherwise it does
purple.
actually,
Yeah.
We'll use the purple.
It's a swing
yeah,
state.
it does actually have some measure of actual sway and support. Like for example, Joey won his race last time by 50, so it matters. You're in a swing area, but when you live in fucking California, the Democrats getting that vote regardless. Like, so there's no point. It doesn't matter how you vote. That's why when I lived in Louisiana and Tennessee, I voted third party every single one of those elections, because the state was already going to go Republican regardless. Like, and also, we haven't even had the fucking primaries yet. What are we even talking about? Like, why the fuck does it care who votes for who in 2028 when we haven't, like, primaries exist, and primaries are our way of actually getting a candidate that everybody can rally behind and support. And this whole, like, you know, well, what if this person's the nominee? I don't fucking care. Let them get through the process first. Right now, Gavin Newsom doesn't even look like somebody that's going to win a single fucking primary. He's going to flame out like Kamala did.
Yeah. I mean, I knew that, mentioning Newsom like elicited a response from certain individuals.
I think, there's a point for idealism and then there's a point for compromise, right? And we are literally over a year out from the primaries, and the primaries are is the place where you do not compromise, where you throw everybody under the bus because you're trying to get the best possible candidate, right? And I mean, everybody's human, everybody's flawed. At the end of the day, it is always a choice between the lesser two evils, and it's a question of whether the Democratic Party will even respect the primary. But you push as hard as you can, use every single tactic fucking available to get yourself a good candidate through the primaries. Then after the primaries is when you go, fuck, I guess I'll settle. But
yeah,
it's ridiculous that they're calling them out.
Yeah, and it's and just to put that into perspective, the primaries are January 2028. It is February 2026.
And one thing, I mean, too, I pointed out, and I know this is gonna resonate with Ethan because he was the one that actually gave me this fact. I brought up how even when you do have like a primary and you have people with grassroots fundraising like Francesca Hong, who is the establishment DNC standing behind? They're standing behind Mandela Barnes, who over $2 million of donations that he got came from the Israel lobby.
Yeah.
$251,115.
Okay.
Yeah.
An order of magnitude smaller. Yes.
But it was a significant amount.
Yeah. And that's who they're standing behind. And so it's like, why vote for that?
It's the Bernie situation all over again. They did the same thing with the superdelegates.
The Superdome?
Super delegates.
Yeah.
Oh.
So during the Bernie Sanders runs, what kept happening, it was a lot less pronounced in 2020 than it was in 2016. but like he would literally win states, but somehow the majority of delegates would still go to Hillary because super delegates got to pick who they wanted regardless.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, that's
Huh?
chaos queen doing chaos things, Can't
Yeah.
blame you for that.
Pretty-
But also too, I think one thing that
You're fine.
is interesting is Green Bay has been getting national attention a lot in the past couple
Yeah.
of weeks.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I can report this actually. So the update to the Cinnabitch, the Cinnabon story where we had the racist person that was working at Cinnabon in Ashwaubenon. And so I went to the mall to see Sly at Sole Purpose. And I passed by that Cinnabon and I was like, oh, guys, the legendary Cinnabon where like the racist lady worked. And they were all like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and then, there was obviously the whole fiasco with Safe Haven.
Oh,
And then also like today or yesterday, a content creator in the area blew up talking about Koki Cafe,
yeah,
which
I
is
saw
the
that. Yes.
with
Over 7 million views as of
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys need to dive deeper into this. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, this is new.
Yeah, me neither. Not a damn. I refuse to touch that shitty TikTok app, so I don't know what you're talking about.
so
get-
basically a local content creator, I think their profile name is Bird, I'm not 100% sure, but they went viral talking about how some of the neighbors of Koki Cafe, which for our listeners who aren't in the Green Bay area, it is a amazing Puerto Rican restaurant, well, restaurant kind of, because it's in a house, right, Pete?
Yeah, it's run the mom and daughter, and they're raising money to get an actual place by selling things through, just word of mouth sales.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
we actually had it. Well, most of us were here for. We had an awesome selection of food for our Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
yeah,
That was just phenomenal.
yeah, for sure. And so basically, I mean, where the drama is that they have some mega chud neighbors who have been reporting them for selling stuff out of their house or some bullshit. And basically, the guy made the TikTok calling them out, saying like, "Let's get them the hell out of where they are." And I mean, it went crazy viral.
Oh,
Yeah. Over 7 million views as of yesterday.
the bad viral.
Good
No,
viral.
it was a
Oh,
good,
good
viral.
viral.
It's getting them publicity,
Yeah, because he was like, "Let's help raise money."
How did there's oh
so they
I
can
thought-
afford to
wow,
like
I
get a
misheard.
shared kitchen, so that they can like
I thought, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
no, so they can get their own kitchen and be operating in just a better environment and not have
Oh,
their
yeah.
neighbors complaining. And I know that they are raising money. I'm not sure on the exact details, but one of them has a chronic illness. And they're
Yeah.
raising money for medical treatment.
That is true.
I
Yeah.
believe. Yep. They also helped us when me and my friends worked with Union Congressional Church for the really free market that we held
Mhm.
last year. They provided over 400 home cooked meals to people. That
400?
over I think about
Yeah.
400, right?
Are there?
Wow.
Yes. They cooked for
No, they're
hours.
amazing. Yeah.
No, I mean, but their food is just so good.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
They're good people doing good things for
are
the
they open
community.
right now?
I don't know.
No, because for any late nighters, they do have some crazy weird hours sometimes. Like they'll be open like 3, 4 a.m.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, it's kind of interesting that Green Bay is going viral for these reasons, but all of these reasons are like, and what's resulting from them is kind of showing like how crazy mutual aid goes, like the fact that we're able to like help Safe Haven out like we did.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I was on another podcast. I was on Lean Local with the former mayor of Green Bay.
Oh my
And
God, me too.
you too?
I just want to to say that they were on Resistance Radio / Left 4 Dead way before they were on the Mayor's podcast.
True.
Former mayor Jim Schmidt.
Oh,
Yeah.
we got him first.
Yeah.
Can't believe you dead name our podcast like that, Emma.
Yeah.
But one thing back to this conversation, one thing we talked about was actually the charitable nature of Green Bay. So I think it's funny that all these viral stories are really just talking about how we're just kind of like helping each other out here.
It was the catalyst for a lot of us meeting, like
crazy. We're all there. We didn't know each other.
Yeah, he was literally in one of the pictures, like 10 feet from me.
That's so crazy.
Yeah,
I was
literally helped like unload some of the like water jugs that whoever brought with like a van.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Hi, I don't know you, but you need help."
Yeah, and like the craziest part was like we did actually have plans to have people from Milwaukee and Madison come in to help us, and we didn't even like they couldn't make it, and so it literally was 100%.
Yeah.
Why like there's so many people there that if I didn't already know them, I ended up meeting eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever you leave, they work bust in.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, all these fucking George Soros bucks paid protester jobs, and y'all meet because every single one of you is being suckers doing it for free.
Yep. Yeah.
I just do it for the love of the game, man. What can I say?
It's so much like they don't know where to send my Soros checks anymore because they have been a little late on those. I still haven't gotten either of the King.
Did you remember to forward?
Oh fuck me, you're right.
Oh,
Yeah.
you miss
can-
one move, it misses the chain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
keep it. Fuck, I could have.
I can actually, Emma, that's wrong, because I can say you've gotten at least one Soros check.
Which one?
When you briefly worked for the outreach team.
Don't look at me like that. Wait, I was a Soros org?
That was a Soros org.
Oh my god, that's so funny. I actually okay. Well, that's
For those of you who don't know, there's a brief time before the last presidential election. I spent most of the summer doing it. Emma worked there for like a week or two, but we worked for the outreach team doing voter registration. It was a Soros org. So we've technically gotten Soros checks.
Actually, you're right. I did only work there for 11 days. It's the shortest job I've ever had. And part of that is because that was a shit show.
It's stressful.
Taking us to Bay Beach, knowing that we were getting like nobody wanted to register to vote while they're at Bay Beach.
No, they're watching their kids, or they're
And,
young. To vote.
And I literally told them, I was like, look, I know a lot of people in the city. I can literally just ask them since they own
They
Bay
look
Beach.
at local attractions.
Yeah.
Found.
And I was like, look, I know people in the city. I can literally talk to you. You guys are that obsessed with getting people at Bay Beach because they sent me there like 4 fucking times. I was like, I'll literally get the city to let us set up like a tent or something so we can register people. And it's a lot easier
There.
to come up to us. And this bastard goes, well, we put you in the place where we know you don't get any, where we know nobody gets any signups, and
No.
you didn't get any signups, so fuck you.
No,
You're fired. I was
one person got signups there, and they used this guy named Michael, who's like this 8-foot tall man, and he'd just cold approach people on the street and just lean over him really threateningly, and he'd be like, "You better register to vote," and they'd be like, "I'm registered," and he'd be like, "I don't believe you," and he just he's like the kind of guy you look like you don't want to run into him in a dark alley. And he's just intimidating the fuck out of people.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, no wonder you got fucking signups. But yeah, no, I like, and then like I finally get one person that could have done it, but she wasn't even 18 yet at the time. So I was like, yuck.
I can see it now. Local city candidates are on podcast sponsored by George Soros.
Like I said,
All right, George Soros needs to fucking sponsor this shit because that way I can, somebody else can pay for the editing software.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Yeah.
But I think, anyway, going back to kind of what we were talking about, the charitable nature of Green Bay, one thing I forgot to mention was that our Alex Pretty protest was actually on Rachel Maddow, which, MSNBC, whatever. But they showed clips of it on Rachel Maddow.
Yeah, I wasn't at any of those.
It was at the end of the segment, I believe I saw it.
I want to see it. I want to see it. Video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could actually.
But yeah, I mean, I think it'll be interesting going forward. And I guess I know.
Hold up, this earlier. to show our. I just want to get this out for.
Oh, yeah.
done. This is average donation.
Wait, am I stupid or is it mirrored?
It is.
Just like, wait, am I looking at that?
These are average donation amounts per donation, right? One of these things is not like the other.
For what race?
Those are not.
Or this is
For
for
people that are listening.
This is for for the listeners. This is we're looking at this is a good gubernatorial candidate. What do you call this? Like breakdown?
Yeah, like
Spending
the amount.
Yeah.
for donation.
Yeah. So it's average donation amount per person. Francesca Hahn is at $50. Tiffany right around $500. Mandela Barnes $150 or so, and then we go all the way down to I forget his name. He's a very removable person. Last name Brennan. Am I saying that
You
wrong?
know what? Mandela Barnes got a 250K donation from Israel, right?
Okay, that's
And-
average donation per person.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, but like a 250K donation only brings him up to an average of $146.77. So who the fuck is funding this Brennan guy?
Right?
So here's what I'm thinking is that, well, he got we have somebody here who might speak. Right? You like to follow this kind of stuff.
What's the question?
So how many don't so since it's his average per person at $1,959, yet he's the guy who had the cash injection
Yeah, he had like 100 donors or something crazy.
all at
like that.
$2,000 apiece,
Like a stupidly high amount. Yeah.
and then they had to report right
Yeah.
at that rate like shortly thereafter. So their averages, like he jumped in late, and so they caught he had to report. So now his like at the first reporting or whatever reporting, what reporting was it called again?
This one was like about a month ago.
Right.
It was the January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was the big reports that everyone was kind of waiting for to see like where our candidates are at, how many donations they got, how many volunteers they got, or like how many average donations they got.
Yes, it's a massive.
So since he got in late and he has like basically being funded by millionaires or at least the rich,
Yeah.
we'll call them.
I also note that the
58.
2,000 is 22 campaign Barnes.
Yeah, that's an important clarification. Barnes' $250,000 donation for the APAC was during its
It
Senate.
wasn't APAC either. I don't think there's any APAC in there. It's all Israel related acts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I've
it
got
was during his Senate race, not during his current.
Yeah.
Yes.
But anyway, I just
I've
wanted
got
a little fun fact.
I've got the campaign report funding up. 53.5% of Mandela Barnes donations are $10,000 and over. 58.1% of Brennan's donations are 10,000 or over.
What percentage?
25% of Barnes's donations are between $1,000 and $10,000. 34% of Brennan's donations are between $1,000 and $10,000. And we've got Francesca Hong, 13.5 over $10,000, 20% between 1 and 10K, 7% between 500 and 1,000, and the rest is less than $500. With 1/3 of her donations are coming in at $100. With the $50 average, it's like a shitload of like $5 donations.
I mean, it shows you, who the popular support is for amongst the people, and who the support of PACs and corporations is, and
And
I'm
by
really
far, the worst offender is not a Democrat. It's Tiffany, which 65% of the donations are $10,000 and over. So yes, the PACs, the corporations, but there are levels to the evil.
right. There are for sure.
Well, this is what I was saying about because for Sly, for example, there's a lot of Turl and faker signs and all that. But the thing about that is, and I think Turl also sent out like 800 mailers like that. But the thing about that is, that's stuff that's easily astroturf. I'm not saying I don't make any expectations. I'm just saying that just seeing a bunch of signs, mailers, door knockers, all that stuff doesn't mean that those are going to necessarily translate. Because there's a lot of other things that
You-
like.
You
they
bring up
like.
the STR.
I was just gonna add time running. He has a lot of these
That
materials
feels-
already
Yeah.
in
You
a
know?
warehouse somewhere. So that's thousands of dollars of yard signs. You just go down the main streets of
Yes.
And then, if you,
Green Bay.
and then you bring in the Republic. Well, let's be nonpartisan.
Yeah.
The Republican candidates have yard access to all the short rental association
Yep.
works. So
That one is much more like just astroturf.
that's
owning
that's,
property.
and that's what I was getting at. Is that's the true AstroTurf.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
AstroTurf.
And so like it's easy to see a lot of them until you're hurting.
It's observation bias.
Yeah.
Yes.
But this is for all like if you're ever aspiring to be a candidate, take the heart too. That doesn't mean that you're doing bad at all. It does not have any reflection of stepping into that voting booth and what bubble they're checking. So, obviously you always still want to run like you're an underdog, even if you're 4 5 points ahead until they announce those results, you're running like and the second thing is don't let it get to you how many other things that like if you're seeing commercials for your opponent, if you're seeing whatever other signs that they might be doing well, ignore that. All that matters. And right now, I feel pretty good about the
Hey, hell yeah. Also, Emma's in her motivational arc, I think, with that.
Yeah.
What the hell?
As of the last finance report, every single candidate is in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like it's not that big of a difference. Like Mandela Barnes is close to $1 million. Francesca Hong is around $500,000. Like it's not
Wow.
like it's
That's-
not that crazy of a difference, with one exception. Tom Tiffany,
Other
$4
job.
million.
Yep.
But they tried to buy an election in Wisconsin before.
Wait, I realized something. Hold on, I'm sorry. There was one very important aspect of my crash out earlier that I forgot to do. I'm trying to bring it.
It's not a real. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say.
And I'll say this too is with the Francesca Hong campaign for governor, she doesn't have she never ran for massive offices. She doesn't have like PACs that are like attached to her by the hip right away. No, or even unions in that case. Some unions make that clear. So she had to like build up the infrastructure from the ground floor, and
While she's running.
Yep. She's been doing it like the kind of stuff that you want to see out of a candidate in terms of campaigning. Like if you ever want to look at how to run a good campaign, Fran is a perfect. It's like she has been including the double grids. If you want a better local example, there's a lot of people that argue, like our hot lawyer friend Brian Patrick. He pointed out that Zoran can't work everywhere, just
Right.
and I was like, well, I don't agree with that. I think that you do that. Like obviously you still have to tailor some,
Of course.
but
It's a decent group.
yeah, it is. It's a fantastic. It's
Yeah.
something that
See,
you
like,
can
this is what we're doing.
Yeah, when we were kids,
Communism redneck again.
wait, yesterday or was it Friday? Wait, what day is it?
Well, while we're talking,
It's
before we
one day, tomorrow is the primary.
Yeah.
before we talk about not Francesca Hong, I would just like to say that she's got my vote just for caring about the little people, because she came on our podcast when we had even less viewers than we had now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was crazy work. Like and
That
the best part about it was when we walked into the Tarleton, do a meet and greet for her. We had we walked into the foyer and Dane was already talking to her, and she was wearing like this totally normal person outfit where she didn't even look like a politician. She just looked like a little Asian.
Jordan's a Packer beanie.
Yeah, it was great. And I just walked over and I kind of smiled at her and then looked at Dane and was like, "You're my main focus. I don't know who the fuck this is." And then Dane goes,
Aw.
"By the way, this is Fran Hong." And I was like, "Oh shit. Hi." Sorry, you look like a normal person. So I just
Sorry, you look like a great person.
You
It's crazy.
Person, my bad.
Well, is it okay? No, but think about that. Isn't it crazy that that's a crazy thing to say about somebody
Yeah.
representing the people?
Yeah.
Sorry, you look like what?
We're fucking goobers, like fucking Jack Schuma over here with the thing.
Oh my God, you look like you know how to work a 40-hour week. What are you doing in politics?
Exactly. And then like as soon as Dane was
Right.
like, "This is my podcast co-host Emma, she was immediately like, "Oh, well, let's go ahead and go schedule that," and then we just went off to the side and scheduled
Yeah.
the meeting started. I was like, we just became her whole fucking world right there, for out of nowhere. And yeah, no, I'll always appreciate that was the perfect way for me to be introduced to her because the vibes were so fucking immaculate in that moment that I just she had me.
Yeah,
I was locked
That's
in.
awesome.
something
I
else that was
forgot to
really cool about that event, is that the energy in that could not be compared to any other governor candidate
No,
that went in there.
no,
Like, just like, are the acoustics really good in this room? Like, no. Like, there was actually people like cheering and clapping during that event, and I would not have expected that from. Admittedly, I felt like that Hong was pretty nervous to be in there. That's pretty early in her race, but like she had like a perception of Green Bay.
yeah,
That,
no,
that was really early in her race. I mean,
Yeah.
that was like
It was-
October.
Oh no,
yeah,
it was like one. It was like a week after she announced.
yeah,
Basically,
pretty much.
But yeah, I mean,
I think
I
did we have her
definitely
on before she announced officially?
no.
No. She had already announced officially. But
But yeah, I definitely agree, Emma. I mean, I just I saw her come in and I was like, oh my God, I think that's Fran. I was like, you know what? Like, Eye of the Tiger started playing in my head. I was like, fuck it, we ball. Like, I'm just gonna go up, go up and say, fuck it, you want to be on the pod? And I mean, we know how that turned out. But I mean, that, like you said, I don't, that would never happen with someone who's in the politics industry. I feel like, at least on our level currently. Hope in the future, yes, for sure. But
that was one thing that I was like sparred with Jason Jerry on because I'm gonna
Hi, Jason.
hey Jason. One of the things that I've sparred with him on was like when he re-uploaded our Amon episode, and then I tried to get him to do the Epstein, but then he finally posted it up, and he was like, I to get a respect as a local podcast, you really need to have people that disagree with you on. And I was like, I would love to have Tony Weed sit in this, so I can tell him to his face that he's an Epstein. I would love that shit. I would love to have Tom Tiffany right here, so I could just be like, listen, motherfucker. Like, I would kill for that opportunity.
I must interject and say,
what if the Barstools guys like for a Packer thing? Yep.
for legal reasons,
Is
that
Barstools.
was
I have zero interest in it, to be honest. But I mean, I'd go for it. Sure, why not?
for legal reasons. That was a parody. Epstein cannot endorse Tony Weed because Epstein is dead,
yes.
I'm sure,
and that is the only reason.
however, I'm sure if he was alive, he would appreciate Tony's help. That's all we said.
Yep.
Epstein.
Yeah, and I think I would agree with that. I think James would too. We would have, a Republican person on, but oftentimes they chicken out at the last
I mean,
minute about being on.
We are opinion people. We are not necessarily journalists. Like, I would love to have a Republican on, but I can't promise we'd be this nice.
That's why I say we're not journalists. We're journalism.
I like that.
'Cause, I don't know. I'm kind of, and Dane, you lose your faith in electoralism sometimes.
Yes.
I've lost my faith in journalism because that's usually like the bastion that keeps the government honest. But it's all fucking bought and paid for, and like you can't even play that game anymore because like, okay, you're either not gonna get published, or if you do get published, you're gonna get published by someone. It's like, no, you're gonna adhere to pushing this point of the game. No, I'm just out here fucking saying what I think.
Yep.
You don't.
Liberating.
You don't have to agree with me. I prefer it when you don't, but I hope you think about it.
So I have a question for Sly and Pete. What has there been anything that you have heard very, very commonly when you're knocking doors? Like, what would you say like people's biggest concerns are that you've talked to?
Roads.
I echo that. Roads, actually. Yeah.
Like road.
We should talk about roads.
I know it's real juicy, real like.
Well,
There's something that is juicy about roads, though.
Oh,
let's
Is that like
let's hear from
everybody says like I want this road fix, I want this road fix, but like certain roads the city just doesn't do. That's the Wisconsin DOT. Or like if you don't live in Green Bay, there's a lot of county roads that Green Bay just doesn't make sense. Like,
Isn't Lombardi County?
I don't know.
Shawano have his county. I know that much.
Street.
Yeah, if it has a square in it, or
Speaking of Pete, you need to pick Sean in there.
Yeah, Pete,
okay,
fix it now.
hey,
No.
Yeah,
figured it-
County Board of Supervisors. Well, you'd figure the Wisconsin Four Seasons
Just-
are almost winter.
That's a
Winter,
lot.
still winter in road construction.
You'd
figure.
By the way, I'm all for transparency and shit. To say that the risk is telling everybody where every single thing is fucking stupid. Like,
Oh, yeah.
there has to be way more. Like, on a national level, fuck those people. Even on the state level, fuck those people. But on a local level, people can show up to your house. So
Yeah.
maybe don't put their address out there instead of garbage.
James, you were saying something that we kind of laughed over you or something.
Oh, nothing. It's like the Wisconsin Four Seasons are almost winter. Winter's still winter in road construction. You'd think they'd figure it the fuck out by now, but here we are.
Yeah,
he is more unk than I am.
I agree.
Wow.
They don't call me the Wonko for nothing.
Yeah,
True.
I'm probably older than you.
maybe by a little.
By the way, in other local issues, Ethan, show the hat in
Oh,
front of the camera.
yeah.
You have the
I
camera.
love this hat so much.
Oh my God.
It is the, you actually see it. It is the Milwaukee Public Market. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a sweater for it too.
Here, let me do it again.
I'm shaky like that.
It's all the energy drinks.
Milwaukee Public Market.
Yeah. That place is legitimately amazing. And Dane, I think you were the one who told me how much that place cost. How much did it cost?
$10 million.
$10 million. And now the budget for the Green Bay Public Market is $27 million. Taking like what, 3 times the amount of time?
Yeah.
Like-
I think the Milwaukee one was 3 to 4 years.
Hey, grifting ain't cheap. You gotta respect that.
And it keeps getting pushed back. It becomes less grand. Projects are being, or parts of the project are being canceled. I'm just like, you make me small again. I don't like being like half the
Okay, so we just gotta make sure it keeps getting delayed for another 10 years, so that way we can blame the entire U.S. national debt on it.
Hold on. One other point too. How much was Brian Johnson's salary?
So Brian Johnson
Allegedly.
Isn't it of the city council?
It is not allegedly. It is filings. It's about 126,000 in 2023. I might be a little off with the numbers, but if you just extrapolate, round it down to 120, multiply it by the 6 years that this project is expected to take, that's a lot of money for not doing your job.
What percentage of the total budget was it? Did you say?
Oh, no, you're telling me like pull up my reports. Like I don't have those on
I'm
there.
pretty sure you said it was like 20% or something.
It was like 18%. I'd have to look at the numbers, but
But
it's
that-
an obscene amount.
But that's a good intro, Dean, because this is your first time hearing about this too. You, me, and Pete are going to go on a little road trip at some point soon. Whenever availability of to Milwaukee and Madison, so we can do like a little like expose of
Too much of the ingredients.
you know, like do like it like really cool live shots of us having fun at those places, like woo, and then like switch over to the Green Bay Public Market with like a sad trombone and like sepia tone, maybe a little sad.
We're giving too much ingredients away.
I
Yeah.
feel like we're gonna cook pretty hard on it.
You just did a fucking Dr. Doofenshmirtz monologue about exactly how you're planning to take over the tri-state area. Come on.
What are they gonna do? Build it faster? That was Brian Johnson's thing at the SDR meeting. He was like, "Look, you want to solve housing? Build it faster." Well, is he gonna build the public market faster? I get to find out.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
we're gonna wrap up probably in about 10 minutes, mostly because I'm really tired. So if you want to pop off or say anything particularly interesting, you've been warned.
Not do it or do it.
What were the instructions again, sir?
I think we're popping off.
we have to make
Yeah.
moments
Pop off.
so we can post them on TikTok.
Pop off Pete. Octo Pete for president.
Yeah, Octopede for president.
Octo Pete.
Tomorrow.
Oh, we did
How-
also.
Well,
We
hold-
forgot to mention early on in the
You wanna-
pod that Pete is our producer now.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Producer Pete.
Hey Pete, since
Oh,
you're a
Pete.
producer,
Yes.
how many monthly views? How many monthly views to get you to braid your beard into exactly 8 tentacles?
I don't know. I don't know.
How many? Okay,
That
wait.
would be intense.
How many monthly
That would
viewers do you have now?
scale.
We can do it. We can make it happen.
Okay.
What does the podcast have right now?
I got the
Wait.
first YouTube plaque.
That's a little much.
That's not 500,000 subscribers.
No, that's
Half a
100.
million.
It's 100. That's even less than I thought. That's easy.
Okay, 100,000 YouTube subscribers for an Octopete cosplay.
Yeah.
Motivation.
We'll get some awesome crochet area.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, all of us will probably do something crazy that day.
Yeah, we have to. I mean, it's like
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so Pete will be our producer going forward as Resistance Radio. More updates to come on that. But
Yeah, you
it's
have like a week to make the logo.
Yeah, we have a studio build coming soon, which will be like for live shows and recorded, right?
yes,
Yeah, right.
yes.
Weekly, nightly, maybe even possibly,
what if they have like a love seat for all the guests instead of love market.
live on the street recording.
Yeah, that,
The Resistance Radio industrial complex is growing into a sprawling metropolis.
be part of the movement. Like, subscribe, follow,
We
do all
will
that.
we will be needing to get some sort of fundraiser going for our kickoff.
Yeah.
But that's important.
Where
Yeah.
a sprawling
And-
complex working on being able to buy one cheeseburger with the proceeds, but we'll get there.
Let's go.
I think one big camera and a couple mics and a mixing deck would be about as much as you'd want to ask.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a solid PC. All we need is a little better AV equipment.
I love when Emma just goes stealth mode. It's so funny. He'll just be talking and then it's like, and then
Oh, well, see, that's why we need to get more mic. Well, I have the mics. We have the we just need a mixing board. Computer I have for people like the Green Bay studio.
yeah. So we got a lot of stuff planned. We're just getting started over here. We're gonna be on episode 30 very soon. Yeah,
Special happened for episode 52. That's a big mouse.
52.
I mean, we could do 52 because like that would fit with the chaos. But milestone 52nd episode.
We'll have like a special anger episode for episodes 45 and 47.
I agree.
and then yeah, I think it'd be really cool to do an episode in a rage room, Emma. That would be
That one's still open.
Now it closed the asylum,
Yeah.
isn't it? Oh,
I really don't see that. Yeah, I never saw the winning.
okay. Is it problematic if there would be a rage room that had politicians?
What? Okay,
I don't
first
know.
of all, you got to
Well-
remember I'm a wunkle. What's a rage room?
No, I've seen them with like they just keep like all of them on there.
A rage room, James, is like basically you are locked in a room wearing protective gear and you have like a aluminum baseball bat and you're just smashing everything.
Yeah.
Okay. The politician rage room. Just get like cardboard cutouts of all the politicians we hate, that's going to be a lot of cutouts. But
Yeah. There's more cutouts than ones we like. So.
but we've
Yeah.
got
Wait, guys, it's President's Day. Don't you think we should name our favorite president?
Oh. I mean, I think I've talked about it.
So can't just take that one out.
I mean, I can't.
I think I'm going to go with FDR.
I just can't.
I'm the producer. I can just cut this.
I'm sorry.
No, you
Yeah,
can't. I'm the
I-
editor.
I think I'm gonna go with FDR as well.
I'll just get bad guess.
Wow, all the leftists are gonna choose FDR.
Well, I mean, it's
Well,
like the
right.
closest thing we've had to a socialist
do you
leader
want me to
in
say?
living memory.
Oh, I think Kennedy was really great.
Especially like his artwork.
Hey,
All right.
okay, other than that, okay, so that's a terrible presidency question. Who allegedly or
I mean, we could also do
possibly
his favorite
or
president.
no, who allegedly or actually did add or remove the coolest thing in the White House?
I don't know how to answer.
Words that or some let me give you some examples. The bowling alley, the Kennedy tunnel.
Enough about the White House to answer that question. I don't know any other stuff.
The East Wing, I was like,
I don't.
I thought of any crowd that you guys would have like that kind of lore.
it was
like,
built slave.
It was
and
fucking Eisenhower.
people, so I don't
I still need to think about.
The interstate system was amazing. Thanks, Eisenhower.
yeah, Eisenhower.
All right,
mean,
I think
Eisenhower also was one of the ones that was one of the Republicans during the 50s that sparked or helped continue the golden age that FDR set up by keeping the tax rate on the marginal tax rate on the wealthiest people at like fucking thing.
Did you know that like Wisconsin state taxes? It was like your taxes would be like 102% at a certain point. You just go on vacation, dude. Like you're done. You're done
Yeah.
for the year.
Yeah,
I think you get to $999 million. You get a flat 100% tax and an official title of one capitalism.
Yep.
But I think
you would like
mostly-
a silver, a bronze, and a gold. You know,
Okay.
you keep going, you get 110%.
How about the base president say favorite first lady?
Almost kind of similar to a YouTube plaque.
okay. Favorite first lady.
For any reason.
Actually, I still
Emily.
gotta go Eleanor, to be honest.
Okay. I expected some.
Nancy Reagan.
I was gonna say.
Oh,
No,
Jane
she's-
going with the throat goat.
Hold on. Actually, sorry. Yeah. No, Nancy Reagan sucks in multiple dimensions. She sucks because she was a terrible person, advocated terrible things, and also she was primarily president during Reagan's second term. I don't know if anybody knew that. Brady was the end of the years more than it was his entire life. But she was also a throat goat. So
Okay, where does
Which is-
that come from? Why is that a
she was
thing?
legendary in Hollywood for her throat skills, which is perfectly fine. The
Yeah.
problem is not with the throat goat. The problem is that you're going to do that and then pretend to be the party of family values. Like, the problem is the hypocrisy.
that's why she sucks in the.
And,
on-
and
That uplifting note, I think it is time to wrap up, mostly because I'm very, very tired. So,
Yes.
since we've got double the normal amount of people here, I want everybody to lead us with a closing thought. Ethan, we haven't heard much from you. Why don't you kick us off? I like putting you on the spot.
I am enthusiastic for the left in the United States, but particularly, maybe it's just because I live here in the Green Bay, Wisconsin, because I feel like if we go down this path a year from now, we can maybe say that sewer socialism in Wisconsin is back.
oh yeah.
I dig it. It's like,
Well, tomorrow's the primary, so that's where my mind is at. I am nervous, excited, and just hopeful, and I don't know. I just
get out and vote, and this will be your Alder for District 9. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
cut that. I don't
Yeah.
like that answer.
Oh.
What?
I can tee you up.
Yeah. Okay.
So tomorrow's the primary.
Yes.
Yesterday, you had some pretty awesome moments. Can you go over some of the roses from yesterday?
Yeah, sure. So, we did a lot of door knocking. Some of the great things, where I got to talk to a really diverse range of residents, in District 9, from all different, backgrounds. And I got to tell people, where their polling location was, for example, and I got to also, learn more about issues that are affecting everyday people. So that was really
Some Emma. Pete.
Oh.
Pete.
Closing messages.
For me, it's tomorrow. Primary, and no matter what happens, I think we both learn a lot and are very excited about what happens next, no matter what. Really, like excited.
for sure.
And yeah, if I know this is going to help work out, so I hope you got out to vote. If not, and if we're on the ballot, April 7th. So
Spring
you'll
election.
probably be seeing a little bit more of us.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then a lot more when they get elected.
I have my message, and it kind of echoes those sentiments. Elections are the friends we made along the way. You know, like we all got this. The movement's going to continue regardless. All right,
Yep.
take it away, Emma.
Yeah. Hey, trashy goblins. Free Palestine. Free the BG.
Yeah, on that note, fuck ice. Spring is here. It is
Don't
time.
lie to these people.
Spring is here. It is time for a de-thawing.
Yes.
Comfortable we were yesterday.
Yeah.
And if you see the Pete Mobile with the sign, give him a honk.
Yes. Say hi.
I will at least honk at you if I see you. Thanks for being on the show, everyone.